Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and for Tuesday we're going to read Acts 5:17 through 26. The high priest rose up, and all who were with him, that is, the party of the Sadducees, and filled with jealousy, they arrested the apostles and put them in the public prison. But during the night, an angel of the Lord opened the prison doors and brought them out and said, "Go and stand in the temple and speak to the people all the words of this life." And when they heard this, they entered the temple at daybreak and began to teach. Now when the high priest came and those who were with him, they called together the council, all the senate of the people of Israel, and sent to the prison to have them brought. But when the officers came, they did not find them in the prison, so they returned and reported, "We found the prison securely locked and the guards standing at the doors, but when we opened them, we found no one inside." Now when the captain of the temple and the chief priest heard these words, they were greatly perplexed about them, wondering what this would come to. And someone came and told them, "Look, the men whom you put in prison are standing in the temple and teaching the people." Then the captain with the officers went and brought them, but not by force, for they were afraid of being stoned by the people. So here we have some of the apostles teaching in the temple, of course, and this angers the high priest. We've already had this story once, and now we have it again. The high priest is fed up, and the Sadducees are fed up because, as I said a couple of weeks ago, the Sadducees don't believe in the resurrection, and they don't want to hear anything about Jesus being raised from the dead. It threatens their hold on power, you see. And so the angel releases these guys, we don't know exactly who it is, Peter and some others, releases them from prison and says, "Go back to the temple." Of course, the guards know nothing about this. The guards are there guarding an empty prison, and the police get there and find out that the prison's empty. They're gone. How could that be? And while they're scratching their heads, somebody comes from the temple and says, "Yeah, those guys are at the temple again, and they're teaching again. Do you want us to arrest them?" And they do, but they don't do it by force. They don't drag them away. They're scared of the crowd. They're scared they might be stoned. So you have enough of the people there listening to Peter and whoever, that they're afraid that those people will stone the guards if the guards come up and arrest him, drag him away by force. So the guards come up and say, the chief priests want to talk to you, and they say, "Okay, we'll go talk to them, no worries," and they walk away calmly, and no one gets stoned, and that's a good thing. And of course the chief priests are going to want to know, how did you get out? And I doubt that he's going to buy that an angel of the Lord set us free, right? So that's a problem. That's going to be an interesting question for tomorrow. For now, though, we see how the angels, the messengers of God, work to get the early church moving, so to speak. They work to at certain points to help the apostles spread the word. And if the apostles were sitting in jail or were persecuted or were executed at this point, the message wouldn't get out there very far. So they want to help. And they see a key moment here. They let them out of prison, which baffles the guards and the police and the chief priest, just as it would baffle people in our day if you were put into a secure jail, and then the next morning you weren't in the jail, you were back out in the public doing your thing, and everybody would say, "How did you get out? What are you, Houdini? How did you do this?" Well, the angel helped them get out, you see, and that's what's key here. So what does that mean for us? Angels aren't going to pop down and help us, probably. though they might. I think C.S. Lewis said something once that coincidences do happen, he said, but they happen much more frequently when I pray. So sometimes things are explained, oh, well, that was just a coincidence. And as C.S. Lewis said, well, but when you pray, they certainly seem to happen more often. And so I would say pray about things and see what sort of angel help you can see in your life. Well, that's where we're going to stop today. They've been dragged back to the council, and we'll see what happens tomorrow to Peter and the others. Have a great day.